welcome to or welcome back to 4F Beauty. When will I be YouTube famous? Still don't know. But today's video is a first impression and palette review on one of the new Makeup Obsession palettes in the variety or type or shades selection of Cool Down. How funky is that holographic packaging? Look at that. Pretty, huh? And the shades inside are pretty too. So, if you want to see how well this applied on my skin, how well it blends, is there fallout, does it skip, you're in exactly the right place. Don't go anywhere, because here comes the review. Hey, welcome back from the intro. As you can see, all my base products are done. Cake Mix foundation again today because I'm trying a lot of different brushes and ways of applying it until I find the one that I really like. Makeup Obsession Contour in C102 Light, Winky Lux Coffee Bronzer, L'Oreal Life's a Peach Blush. Used the mini sample Goof Proof Brow Pencil again because I really like that, I've got to admit. And I set my face today with the AOA brightening powder that I got from Shop Miss A. So, I've probably shown you this in the intro, but this is the Cool Down palette. How stunning is that? And these pans are huge. I mean, look at the size of my hand compared to it. These are much bigger than your normal size pans. Let me grab my Colourpop Yes Please palette because this is actually no, Colourpops are a little bit smaller, but this is the size of the Colourpop pans. This is the size of the Makeup Obsession pans. A little bit of a difference, yeah. So for £5, if that Makeup Obsession palette has got a pigment and blends well, then this could be a real winner. Obviously, no mirror, but I've got a viewfinder and I've got a mirror here, so for £5 I'm really not worried about not having a mirror. So, let's get you zoomed in and make a start with this makeup. There we go. Right, just quickly, when I look, no, that's the wrong brush. When I look straight ahead, you can see all of my mobile eyelids, so I don't have a hooded eye. If you don't see that, get a pencil brush, pick up the first crease colour that we're going to use, and just sketch where you would need your crease to be. You can follow any tutorial, even if you have hooded eyes, because it's literally just moving the crease up. Now, I'm lucky I can just follow the physical shape of my eyeball, which is what I am going to do. Right, so I have got my colour switch here for changing colours, and I'm starting off with a fluffy brush that's not got pigment on it. It's just, I haven't washed them yet this week, but I've scrunged it well into the colour switch, so there's no colour actually on here at the moment. Now, if you have got hooded eyes and you've had to move your crease up, you might want to use a slightly smaller brush because obviously it will reduce the amount of space you've got here. Now I'm going to start off with Skate, which actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a picture up now of the swatches that I did. So I'm going to disappear. Boom. Starting from the left, going to the right, you've got Shiver, Cool, Skate, which you probably can't see on my skin tone, Mellow, Crisp, Icy, Calm, and Roots. So, back to me. Hello! Right, so I've picked up some Skate, not the fish, the colour, on my fluffy brush, and I'm just going to, although I have actually set, because I've got foundation and concealer on my eyes because I don't use a separate eye primer, although I've set that with the brightening powder, as I always say, colours or powders from the same palette do tend to work best on themselves. So if you've got a colour that is close to your skin tone, then it's always worth popping it all over, just so that you get a really nice blend once you start adding your colours on. Right, so I'm going to start off by going into Cool, which is a cool toned taupe. Sorry, I've got a hair tickling my face. I'm going to go in with the same brush. Now you can see this does kick up. She's trying to find it. Where am I? There. You can see it does kick up quite a bit in the pan, so make sure you tap off well. And I'm just going to initially windscreen wiper across my eyeball, or if you have hooded eyes, wherever your crease needs to be. And I'm going to pick up a wee bit more pigment. Can't speak this morning. Need more coffee. And then twirl it backwards and forwards like this. Changing direction and moving the brush up slightly as I go back, just to blend that colour up. I normally stop about 5 or 6 mils below my brow, and once I'm happy with where it is, I then do little mini windscreen wipers all over, just to make sure it's a nice seamless blend. How's your day been? Good, I hope. I'm actually filming this the morning of the royal wedding, so are you watching that, or are you really not fussed by it? I remember when Charles and Di got married back in '81. Oh, that was I've still got 2 mugs. We got given one at school, and we got given another one. There was in the local park near us. They had like a fun day after the wedding for kids. They got like a Punch and Judy show and a magician, and it was like a picnic and stuff. It was a good day. Good memories. Everyone dressed up in national costumes, so I was in like a little Welsh girl's outfit, and my next door neighbour Kelly was Irish, her family were Irish, so she was in that. I remember actually the neighbour the other side of her, oh poor boy, he wanted to go as the Incredible Hulk and his mum didn't have any face or body paints because it was the 80s, they weren't as easy to come by as they are now. So she used green food colouring. Poor bugger was green till about September. That's a slight exaggeration, it was July, the royal wedding in '81, but I remember all the excitement about it. And my mum's first comment when she got out of the, when Di got out of the carriage was, that dress needs a bloody good iron. Which is all I could think of for years, and then when I got married I had a similarly large dress, but my train was only 3 metres long, not the 30 metres or whatever hers was. And even though my dress was immaculate when I put it on, by the time I'd got into the limo and everything and then got out, mine was looking a bit crinkled, so give the Emmanuels their due. It probably was ironed when she put it on. So, and I watched William and Kate's wedding. Had a drinking game with a mate of mine, Duck, and before Kate had even arrived, the drinking game started really early in the morning. It started with when the coverage started at about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I did us bacon and egg buppies for breakfast, and then the drinking game started. Ridiculously early, I know, but no. And before we'd even seen Kate, Duck, bless him, was like, oh, because with me, the more I drink, the faster my reactions get, which is the complete opposite to most people, at least on drinking games anyway. And yeah, poor old Duck ended up flat out on his back in the middle of my front room going, you win, I can't drink anymore. Happy days, happy days. Right, okay, so I've blended that first colour up. I'm going to go into Calm now, which is a deeper brown. Wow, that really has kicked up in the pan. Look at that. So you really need to make sure you tap this colour off well. I'm using the same brush. I'm just going to deepen this up a little bit. Add a wee bit more onto the brush. I'm not going to take it up as high this time. I'm going to go about half the distance that I did last time. I'm aware that when I put this up, the Royal Wedding will be long over, because even if I edit it right now and upload it, by the time I've finished editing and it's exported and I get it uploaded to YouTube and get it tagged, it's probably going to be the evening. And I've got something to do this evening, so yeah. I'm aware that the wedding's probably over and done with, and you're like, wedding? What? Huh? But what do you think her dress? Did you guess right? Have you even thought about what her dress might be? And if you did you guess right? There's a whole lot of stuff in the press over here at the moment, particularly the Royalist papers. God love them. There's a whole lot of speculation about whether Meghan will or won't wear a tiara, because it is tradition for a royal bride. If she doesn't have, I mean, Diana wore the Spencer tiara when she married Charles, but it is tradition for a royal bride marrying in that they, if they don't have their own tiara, that they borrow one of the the royal tiaras that have got history. I'd like to see her wear the one that the Queen Mum wore, which is, I want to say less opulent, but it's still probably worth, 6 times what my house is worth. But it's like a rose with filigree stuff either side rather than these really big. And I just think that would suit her. Even though the Queen Mum wore it back in 10s or 1920s, I think she got married. It's a very elegant looking tiara, and I think it would suit modern times better, because obviously she's not marrying, although he's heir to the throne, he's like 6th in line now, so, because you've got Charles and then William and then William's 3 kids, George, Charlotte and Louis, and then you've got Harry, or Henry as he is officially. So there's less pressure on her to wear one of the more in your face tiaras, if you know what I mean. So some of the papers have printed up the I want to say running order, but that just sounds wrong, the order of service, and the reading that they're using, that one of Diana's sisters is going to read, is actually the exact reading that we had at my wedding to my husband Chris. My little brother Ian read that for us. And we chose that particular reading because Chris's parents had had part of it, the tail end of it, the more well known part, as a reading at their wedding. So that's no doubt going to bring a rather sentimental tear to my eye because that's going to remind me of marrying my man, which, best day of my life, absolute best day of my life, really was. I'm pretty sure every bride says that, but it really was just beautiful, beautiful day. Right, enough wittering about weddings, let's get back to makeup. I'm going to go into Roots, which is quite a deep violet colour. Now this is not kicking up as much in the pan, and it's actually almost starting to hard pan already, look. Can you see that there? So that's interesting. I'm using a slightly smaller brush. I'm just going to run that along the crease, or wherever your crease needs to be, and tap some on the outer corner here, and just have a bit of a blend moment. And I'm literally just, although I'm doing the twirly whirlies, I'm literally just keeping it in the crease itself. I'm not really taking it up at all. And once I'm happy with the depth of colour, I'm going to take all the rest of the colour off of the brush and then just buff over very lightly where that violet meets the browns. Just to smooth the transition a bit there. Alright, let's go back into Roots and do the other side. Yeah, there's no hiccup on the pan on this at all, this particular shade. So, but then this looks like it's a satin rather than a matte, so obviously it's a different formula. That's obviously why it's starting to look like it's hard panning on me, but you know, I'm still picking pigment up, so I don't mind if it looks like that as long as I can still get the pigment out. You get that with the Jeffree highlighters where they're so finely milled that you have to use quite a firm brush with them, otherwise if you use a fan brush you will get hard pan, as I found out the hard way. But using a firmer brush you can still pick colour up from them. Right, I've just taken all the colour off of the brush again, and I'm just going to buff over where those two colours meet. I've got to admit, I'm really liking this. I'm loving that cool tones are starting to come back. We've had sort of 18 months, 2 years, ever since Modern Renaissance came out really, everyone's been doing warm tones, warm tones, warm tones. Which is okay, but when you're neutral to cool toned like I am, it doesn't always translate well. So I'm really pleased that all these cool tones are starting to come back in again. Makes me very, very happy. Very, very happy indeed. Right, let me grab a flat brush like this, and I'm going to go into Mellow, which is the other brown in here, which against the other two almost looks like it's a warm tone brown, even though it's a cool palette. So we're going to smudge this just under, we're going to wiggle it up under our bottom lashes. I'm not going to do eyeliner today, I'm just going to do mascara. Because, basically, when it gets to that reading in the Royal Wedding, I'm probably going to cry. So I'm probably going to have to take all this off again before I go out tonight and redo it. So I don't want to put eyeliner on, have that run down my face that I'm looking like Alice Cooper in his Schools Out video. Right, going into a packer brush now, and I'm going to pick up Crisp on the bottom and just pick up some pigment on the tip of the bristles there. I'm just going to buff that along bottom lashes there while we put that brown down, just to soften it a little bit. Doing well. I've used 6 out of the 8 shades so far. I like to use as many as I can when I try them out, to try all the different formulas and, you know, see how much fallout there is and everything. Right, so cleaning that packer brush off, I'm going to go into Shiver on the top, which is a beautiful, beautiful lilac. Look at that. And I picked up, this is new from Makeup Obsession, this is a Pigment Boost Fix. Now I don't know whether this is going to make the colours pump any more than an ordinary spray would, but I will be trying that. But as always, I'm going to go in with a dry brush first, just to see what the pigmentation is like. I mean, you can see that's going on really nicely. Stunning colour. Very, very soft to apply as well. It's going on very nicely indeed, actually. And you can see that's just applying beautifully. That is lovely, isn't it? Right. Sorry, blimmin' hay fever again. Sounding all husky at you. Right, so let's pick up some more pigment on the brush and give it a spray with this Pigment Boost. Just wipe any excess off the ferrule of the brush. And let's, ooh, okay. I don't know if that's translating on camera, but in real life that's added a bit of oomph. Now, as always, I don't like going back into the pan with a wet brush, so I colour switch it and then do that until it feels dry. Because going in with a wet brush can give you hard pan. And as we've already established that some of these colours are looking prone to do that. Look at that, that Pigment Boost actually smells really nice. You know how some setting sprays can be a bit... That one's actually quite nice. Oh, I do like that. I like that a lot. Right, I am going to grab my wee little brush and I'm going to go into the one colour that I've not used yet, which is Icy. I'm just going to pop that. She said getting pigment out of her eye. On the, oh, look at that, on the inner corner. Oh, that looks like I've been awake for longer than I have, doesn't it? That definitely packs a punch. Ooh. Right, I'm going to go off camera and put a bit of mascara on and a bit of highlight, and I will be straight back. Don't go nowhere now. Hey, I'm back. I'm just going to get this fluffy brush and just gently blend between the lilac and the violet. Just gives it a bit more seamless look. Right, let's zoom you out a little bit more. There we go. So, I used, keeping in the theme of lower priced makeup today, apart from the base products, I went for the Revolution Ingot Highlighter in Platinum, which is a bang on dupe for Jeffree's Ice Cold Skin Frost, so if you can't afford that, this is a banging dupe. And I Heart Revolution Lippy, it's their unique unicorn's lipstick in shade Purple Wings. And I finished off with the Hyaluronic Fix, the new spray from Revolution that's got the hyaluronic acid in it, which traps 5 times more moisture than water does, apparently. So, there we go. That is my demo, first impressions of the I need to cut my fringe, Cool Down palette, and so far I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Really nice range of colours, blended without any trouble at all. You saw in real time how easily they blended, so is that worth a fiver? Hell yeah, it definitely is. They've got 3 other options. They've got warmer toned ones if you're not a fan of the cool. But if you have been looking for a good, reasonably priced, cool toned palette, that's the one I recommend you go get. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, perhaps you'd like to comment, share, like, subscribe. If you do subscribe, don't forget to hit that bell, and then you get told every time I upload another one of these videos. Right, I am going to go and do myself a coffee, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to turn the TV off, and I'm going to wallow in royal wedding ambiance. Probably cry when it gets to the reading, set me as a seal upon your heart, because that will remind me of my wedding, as I said earlier. So I'm probably going to have to redo all of this makeup before I go out tonight, because I will have cried most of it off. Soppy mare that I am. So I hope the rest of your day is fabulous. See you soon.